what's going on, guys? I figured I would do a vlog style video. I've never really done this before, and I'm not looking to make an overall habit about it, but I think it'd be kind of fun to take you guys along sometimes and just kind of do like a laid back video, something where you kind of see what I'm doing, maybe kind of some more basic stuff, maybe some new products I'm using, just kind of a general what the heck is going on in my world right now. So I figured I'd take you along here and let's go show you some stuff that I've been working on for this weekend. So come on out in the shop. So guys, I've got a new product that I was working on this weekend. As you can see behind me, I got the Mustang here in the garage this weekend. And I live in an apartment complex. And so I'm really grateful I have this nice garage here. And it's decent size. It's like 12 feet or it's about 12 and a half feet across. Like almost 23 front to back, and then about 9.5, 10-foot ceilings. Now, the ceiling height doesn't really matter because you can't do anything crazy in here anyways, but I'm super grateful I have the garage because it's nice to like do basic maintenance stuff, work on projects. Like I've refinished my furniture in here, to save some money and whatnot, and I love doing stuff like that. And then it's great to like detail the cars. So I picked up this new pressure washer, and it's a cordless Ryobi unit. It's something that I had been looking for quite a while because we have a car wash bay here, but even in North Carolina, it does get pretty cold in the winter. Nowhere near as cold as New England, but it still gets a little cold. So they were worried about the hoses freezing, so they kept shutting the car wash bay off. It's basically, if you could think about like a car wash bay at a car wash. And so it was getting really hard to wash the vehicles, my truck and the Mustang, and I'm pretty anal about that stuff. I mean, typically, if I was in my own house, I'd be washing everything at least once a week. So I ended up trying to figure out how can I get something that is going to make my life a lot easier. And I started looking for like a cordless pressure washer, and I want to show you what I got here. So this is it right here. This is the Ryobi Easy Clean. I'm going to do a whole review on this coming up here. I'm going to detail my sister's car and I'm going to show it in action. But it runs on the 18-volt system, and as you can see, I have a lot of Ryobi tools. So this is a natural addition. This came out a few months ago. It works really well for what it is. I'll show you in the bathroom. I'll put it in the tub here so I can just give you a quick overview. But it has a 20-foot hose that plugs in here to the bottom, and it gives a pretty good stream. So what I did was I had the car outside and I power washed it off using it, and then I pulled it in the garage and I use the Optimum No Rinse, and I gave it a nice wash, and then I hit it with the I'll show you right here. This stuff's really good. The ceramics hybrid solution ceramic spray coating by Turtle Wax. This stuff actually works really, really well. And I did all the trim with it too, and it works as a great dressing for the trim. I mean, look at my little mud flaps. They look really nice. And the car looks awesome. You know, the power washer did a great job getting the car nice and clean. And then, like I said, I brought it in here and just worked my way around the car using the rinseless wash. So I'm going to do a video on that, but I just kind of wanted to show you here kind of on the vlog shop tour, I guess we'll call this. I don't know if I've ever really brought you guys around here and kind of shown things. I still need to really introduce my cars to the channel, but I figured I would show you a little around the shop. So I've been here for a few years. I put shelves in. You're allowed to do stuff like this here. So these, I believe, are 2x10s that I had, and I just had Lowe's do it at the time. I had them cut these down, and then I just used L brackets, found the studs, and then, put them up across. And the funny thing I'll admit about this is when I was doing this, I actually didn't have a level here. I hadn't need one because I'd always use my dad's. So if you look, it actually like curves because I was using the bubble app on my phone. And it didn't dawn on me that the power buttons of the phone throw off the level. It didn't even cross my mind, because if you have volume buttons and power buttons on the edge of your phone, it's going to make the thing unlevel. So I was trusting it, and it was wrong. So it's kind of funny looking back at it, but the shelves honestly are such an awesome addition here. and they get things off the floor. You know, I got the oil and transmission fluid and just like general stuff like screws and all sorts of stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty handy. I like to do projects. Now, this right here is a cabinet that I got for a project from an interior designer. I was building a kind of like a bar. I'll show you that inside. And I got these like custom ordered cabinets, and it was on Facebook Marketplace. I think I got everything for like $50. I mean, they were a misorder, and she just needed them gone. So she goes, "Hey, by the way, this thing matches. Do you want it? I'll give it to you for $10. And I was like, okay. So all I do is I just mounted it on the studs here, and then I store all my like impacts and stuff on it. And I'll show you what I did was then I took my Ryobi mounts and my chargers, and I mounted them on the side. So now I just plug them in, and I have over the outlet here, I just plug them in because I have one of these nice surge protectors with the extra outlets and everything. So works really well. And again, you can't do crazy stuff in these garages, but it's just kind of nice to be able to do some basic projects and have my tools and everything. Because when you move somewhere, you don't throw tools. I hear people working on stuff upstairs, like, no one bothers you if you're not an idiot. This here is a hose reel that I got from Tractor Supply. Works great. I mean, for what it is, it's a 3/8 inch, 75 foot. And again, I got that. I think my mom got me a gift card. So I use that for it. And I just use some 2x4s to hit the studs, and then some 2x6s to, kind of make a cross piece. I actually have a window fan up here just to get some circulation. I'll probably do like a box fan at some point. But it gets really hot in here because we get down to nearly 90 to 100 pretty regularly here in the next few months. And then what I have here is I have a 6-gallon pancake compressor from Craftsman. $100 I think is what I got it for, and I set it up with the quick fittings with the hose and everything so that I can use the hose reel. And I have this other like intermediate hose that I also got from Tractor Supply, and I am able to do inflate tires or blow something off. Again, you got to be careful of noise. I'm not an asshole. I try to be really respectful, and that's what that is. Gotta have a huge Ford guy. I mean, I like all cars, but I'm a huge Ford guy. So I got the Ford truck banner, got the old Mustang banner, and then I live here just outside of Charlotte. I live in Concord, North Carolina right now, and huge race fan. Got the old hookup from the family member who works there, which is pretty cool. This is just a quick little cheapo thing I threw on the wall to hang my shop light up, just again, trying to get crap off the floor. Let's see. And this is just kind of the catch-all for some of the wood and MDF I've done for projects. I've built some furniture, nothing crazy. I'm not loaded. I like to try to do things to save myself money, kind of as you can see with the shelves. And I love doing stuff like that. And that's one of the things that I look forward to with the projects going forward. And I think I'm going to be able to really blow this channel up in the coming years, is because I love to do stuff around the shop. I love to do stuff with cars, and I'm limited here what I can do. But there's big things that I plan on coming down the road once I buy a house with a nice shop and everything, because this is like what I am passionate about, and I'm really excited to share some of this. I just used some hooks here. I have a ton of ratchet straps from when I moved to strap all the loads down. So I got these hooks from, I think, Harbor Freight or Home Depot. No, Lowe's actually. And then I just hung a ladder. This was actually a brand new Werner aluminum ladder that some people here gave to a neighbor that I'm very close with, and they're like, "We're moving, we can't take this." And she's like, "Are you serious?" And they're like, "Yeah, we can't take it." So she goes, "I know who I'm giving it to," and she called me up and she's like, "I got this awesome ladder for you." So it's a 6-foot. I used it in the shop video where I did the lights, and you gotta have a ladder, right? Changing light bulbs, all that stuff, So I think that's about it in here. I do have over here, I have kind of another catch-all. It's a cabinet that I got from Northern Tool. Again, this is a rental. There's only so much that I can do, but down the road, I'm just trying to get through the next year, maybe year and a half. I'm really trying to buy a house, hopefully sometime in 2022. I don't know what the hell's going to happen with the market. It's wacko But I think a crash is coming, so I'm trying to position myself so hopefully the home values come down. Because in the towns I'm looking for, there are some, I mean, beautiful shops. There are houses that I've seen that would be in my budget in the next year that had 2-car garages attached to the house plus shops out back. Like I'm talking like 30 by 30, 30 by 40 or larger, like 2 garages. Some have just a massive shop. That's what I'm looking for. I want to put a lift in. I want to keep my vehicles in here. And I also, one of my project vehicles that I want to bring to the channel eventually, and I feel like I'm going to get screwed if I don't buy one in the next few years once I buy the house. I've always, this goes back like way back, a 92 to 96 F-150 flare side. I'm a big step side, flare side, Ford calls them flare sides, but I'm a big step side, flare side guy. And on my 04 F-150, when I do buy a house, one of my plans is to put a flare side bed on it and shave these like little tie down things on the side. I want to shave those off, but I want to do a flare side bed because my truck's more of a street truck. It's lowered, and the 92 to 96 flare side is what I want to do as well. I want to set that up. I want it low. I want to do some of the really cool body stuff to it. And I'd probably, start with a 302 or a 351 push rod, just learn it because I've never done an engine build before. That's something I want to learn. But the ultimate candidate, I think, for that thing down the road would be the Godzilla motor because it's a push rod and it's more compact than, say, a Coyote 5.0. And that's the direction I'm kind of leaning towards. So that would be paired with like a TKO 5-speed or a T56 Magnum, something like that. But we'll cross that bridge. But it just kind of gives you an idea of kind of where I'm looking to head with things here. So I think that takes care of it in the shop. Let me show you the power washer in action, just kind of a teaser of what we're going to be doing here in the next week or so. This is the bar that I built that I was telling you about. That's where I got those cabinets. They were white, and again, nothing over the top, but it's furniture grade plywood that I double stacked. I had Lowe's, I think, cut it, and then I just did like a nice stain on it, did all the hardware. Again, it's nothing crazy. It still needs bottom trim, and it's not perfect, but for a guy trying to do things on a budget, it's pretty good. Hi, Bailey. How you doing, pal? What? Why are you scared? Say hi to everybody. Hi. So let's take a trip. There's my old gym next to my work area. And then we'll come down here and head into the bathroom. And I will show you this thing in action. Alright guys, so this is the unit here. It's got a pretty decent sized wand and it's got some different settings. So I'm on the 15-degree setting and you just turn it. Again, this is just a quick video. I'll go through and show you this more probably next week. But it's got, some different settings. You got turbo mode, 15 degrees, and then you have rinse, which is just kind of like one of those garden hose with all the different, kind of like a shower head actually. So we'll go to 15 degrees, and then what it comes with is this 20-foot clear hose, and it's got like a filtered end on one side, which you put in a bucket of water. I'm using a 5-gallon bucket. It's got a little clip so that you clip it on the edge of the bucket so it stays down. I do have an idea, which again I'll show next week, but I think there is a better way of keeping this submerged. And then this quick connect goes on the end of the unit, like so. So what we're gonna do, put this in the bucket, and then hopefully I can show you how well this works. Let's give it a shot, see if we can show you this. Pretty good screen. Now, the thing that I think is cool about this thing, and I'm just showing you a quick video on this. You can use it around the house. So it's weird I'm showing you in the tub, right? Like you use this for washing your car, but watch. So you got something like this, you want to clean the shower? Spray the walls down. You let that soak, right? It's not a one-trick pony. She works in the house too. Not too bad. Alright guys, so the other thing that I want to do is show you a tip that I learned when it comes to your microfibers for detailing. So if you're doing the waterless wash like I'm doing, I'm using, these are by Cobra. These are Cobra edgeless towels. I can throw a link in the description on Auto Geek, but I used those when I was working on the car to wash it and then also to put this ceramic spray on. And you want to use a lot of them. So I actually have some more coming because this is how I'm going to pretty much wash stuff. And again, I'm going to show you in the next video or an upcoming video about the Ryobi sprayer and how that works for the touchless wash. But you got to wash them, and you got to wash this stuff frequently. So a trick that I learned was how to wash them without buying all the special microfiber treatments and stuff, because honestly, that stuff can get really expensive, and I'm not hardcore. Don't get me wrong, way above most people. People who take care of their stuff to this degree are obviously in the upper echelon of like maintenance stuff, but I don't do this every day, so I don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on like special everything. You just got to be smart. You want good quality towels, stuff like that. So let me show you this little tip. Okay guys, so what we have here is the microfiber. So I'm putting them in the wash. Got my microfiber mitts. Just kind of getting everything in. Nothing's overly soiled. If the stuff was like covered in like different things, then you're gonna want to separate these, but none of my stuff is overly soiled. Like typically you would keep stuff for like waxing versus washing separate, but nothing's like overly soiled at all. So the tip that I learned is you can use all free and clear. So that's this, okay? And this stuff here is okay to use on stuff that you are like your microfibers, because it doesn't have all the added crap that stuff like the colored ones do. You're typically going to see, if you Google this, that's how I had found it, was from a few years ago of just watching it, and there's a guy, Pam, the organizer, that also talked about it, and I kept reading on it, and that's how a lot of people wash their stuff. So all free and clear. I'm just going to take some. Fun tip, this is a pro tip. So on these ones here with this type of nozzle, for years I've been struggling to get this stuff out. And I was laughing because I was like, you know, this thing would be this little screw cap. I'm like, I wonder if I open it. I'm like, that should make it easier to pour. And it literally says, twist cap to vent. Yeah, I've never seen that before, but it makes life a lot easier, and you don't have to squeeze the bottle. You just open that cap, and out she comes. And maybe I'll end with this. So Adams leather and interior cleaner. My buddy used to work at Adams, and he was telling me about this stuff, and I always would use McGuire's hyper dressing, and this stuff smells really nice. But the thing that I noticed was it's a cleaner and it doesn't protect with UV. So I picked this up, and it's their leather and interior dressing, and this stuff has the UV. And I have to say, it looks really, really nice on the interior. I'm definitely going to be doing the truck with it. Why don't I grab the key and try to show you in the Mustang? Because I went through the Mustang and did that. I like to keep the stuff clean, you know? So let's see if I can show you here. I think the passenger side's easier. Let's see. It looks really nice in here. So here we go. Hopefully you can see that. Went through it yesterday and cleaned it up. There's a little weird thing on the driver's side seat. That's just from years of that. I'm eventually going to do wet Oakley seat covers on this. Two-tone black with like a silver insert. And I also got the famous S197 peeling door panel, so I'm going to do cover lays on those, the plastic, like a silver insert that replaces that, so I don't have any more of this stupid peeling crap. But it looks really nice. I'm very, very happy with that Adams dressing. I used the cleaner first, like I said, and then I just dressed all the plastic and some of the rubber, and it looks really nice. It gives a nice matte, clean finish, and it looks real sharp on the black. I try to take nice care of my stuff. help things last a long time. I'm kind of the type of guy that doesn't like selling things, so I've had my truck for 13 years and counting, and I don't see myself ever selling this Mustang. It's in really good shape and fun project as time goes on. So guys, I think this is it officially. So thanks for watching. Maybe people watch this and it's fun to do. I don't know, but I'll make them for a while, and if people watch them, I'll keep making them. So we'll talk to you guys. I got some upcoming videos. I'm going to be doing the Ryobi power washer. I got to do the second part of the brake series coming up. I'm going to try to work on that this week. Got some other stuff coming. So for now, that's it, guys. Hope you have a nice week. We will talk to you soon. Take care.